Etiquette is something we have to restructure or reintroduce to people.
There is an angle of etiquette in all aspects of our lives. At work, at home, business, social, school, play. Etiquette as it relates to family, friends, and foe. There's just no getting around it. Etiquette is in every aspect of our lives. I'm Sabrina Samuels, and welcome to my show, Modern Day Etiquette.
Okay, welcome back to another edition of the Sabrina Samuels Show with me, Sabrina Samuels. On the last edition, we were talking about good customer service as it relates to taking care of business. We did discuss restaurant service, office protocols, and we were just about to talk about the surname, and I ran out of time. So let me finish this up. Surnames are very important, and sometimes we get kind of confused in terms of when it is appropriate and when it's not appropriate to use a surname. Now, I'm going to give you quite a few scenarios. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we teach our children to address adults by a surname. Now, if you don't want to say the last name, because in our country there's so many different and unusual last names, and sometimes people cut the last names off, or they would prefer to just call a person by their first name. Put a Mr. or a Miss on that first name if that's the case. For little kids, introducing your child to an adult, don't say Mary Jane and Peter, this is Paul. That's an adult. We're not even giving our children the opportunity to learn respect. When kids can call me by a first name, that just diminishes the respect level as far as I'm concerned. But I think parents should know it is not appropriate. Now, if it's your best friend and they're friends of the family, then that's a different story. You can teach your kids to call that adult by the first name. But what I do, because I'm from the old school, is I like to say I'm Aunt Sabrina, or that's Uncle in my husband's name. I don't like to have children call me by my first name. I just think it takes away something from a child when they have that opportunity to be so very relaxed when they talk to an adult. They need to understand protocol at an early age. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember, our children are so grown now. They get away with so many things because we're not teaching them the parameters. There are parameters in life. In other words, there are borders, there are boundaries. There are boundaries in life that kids need to understand. If you don't teach a child in the way they should go, when they are adults, they will not know what to do. So let's give them that information. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that opens up the door a little bit for discussion in your household in terms of etiquette and protocol, how to address adults. It's not trying to be conceited. It's really not that. It's trying to maintain a respect level. Now, here's another thing. When I talk to sales reps on the phone, or some companies, credit card companies, etc., they want to call me by my first name. I don't like that. When I go to the doctor, I can understand a doctor calling me by my first name, but I don't like when the staff calls me by my first name. After all, you're going into a doctor's office, you want to feel like people are at that level of total professionalism. They're dealing with medicine, they're dealing with needles, they're dealing with all these things. And when a person comes to me and they're that relaxed, I feel uncomfortable. And I know sometimes you will say, well, to call me by my first name is to make me feel comfortable. In certain settings, you will know, use your discretion in terms of with a first name, if it's appropriate or not. And I know you're not going to really enjoy what I'm saying, but it makes a difference. It really makes a difference. Let's say a credit card company calls you, or people are calling you trying to solicit business or their business to you in a way or so. When a person calls me by my first name, they've lost my business and my attention. If they call, hello Sabrina, this is so-and-so. I don't know you. Hello, Mrs. Samuels. This is Mr. or Miss so-and-so. Put a title on your last name. Some people are so afraid. See, they're insecure, so they want you to be insecure with them. And I said, what is your last name? Well, my last name is so-and-so, and I'll say Mr. So-and-so. And if they gave me the first name, I'll just say Miss Alice or Miss whoever when it's business related on the phone. Sometimes they get it and sometimes they don't. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just got to get back to the level of professionalism that made us who we are. And that's all over the world for that fact. When I go to different countries, I understand their protocol. I guarantee you, when you go to different countries, there are certain protocols in place, and you will definitely, if you want to get along with people, understand those protocols. And I learn them. I take my time to understand the culture, to know what is acceptable, to know what's pleasing, and it garners me respect wherever I go or my husband goes, anywhere in the world. So remember, be outstanding in every way. Do your best. When you're at home behind closed doors, it's time to relax and just have a cocktail if you want to have a cocktail. Have a good meal. Just kick your feet up and enjoy your life at home. But when you are out in public, you're on stage. When you're on the job, you are in a professional setting. Let's act accordingly. Let's take care of business. Let's shift gears when it's time and when it's necessary. Look at what's going on around us. I see the good because I choose to, but I'm aware of some of the flaws. And those flaws come when we don't pay attention to etiquette and protocol. You got it right. I'm Sabrina Samuels. Remember, you're a winner in every way. You are the best. Believe it, know it to be true. And count your blessings every day. Count the little blessings one by one. Count the big blessings. Count every blessing. Be thankful. Thank God for all that you have. And you know what? Remember, divine order. Divine order at all times. It'll bless your life. I guarantee it. And until the next edition, I'm Sabrina Samuels, wishing you peace, love, happiness, and divine order. See you next time.
Modern day etiquette.